Sorry guys, my internet went down. I have had internet problems this morning. I hope you guys have got it back, and probably there's nobody here. I've had internet problems, to be fair, and it's been on and off all morning. It's gone off twice during the stream. Sometimes it's just the service provider. There's something wrong with the service. It's knocked all the viewers out, so we've only got one viewer at the moment. Maybe people come back, maybe they won't. We're going to play a couple more games anyway. We'll see what happens. Sometimes I just hate the internet. And if the internet doesn't work, there's not much I can do about it. It's like my team. If they're not playing well, there's not much I can do about it. Unfortunately, though, the internet went down. Second time during the stream. And at last we've got the win. So let's tell them nice work. So sometimes, yeah, I'm a little bit hard on my team. They lost one game and I threw my toys out the pram. And, sometimes I'm a bit hard on my team. And I'm a bit hard on this game because the glitches in here are terrible. And we didn't lose that. It just looked bad, but we didn't lose. We drew. And we just lost one. And in all fairness, for February with fatigue, that's not a bad set of results. 1-3 drawn, 1 lost, 1. We still got teams at the bottom of the league to play. So we're going to play how we started. We're not going to play in a low block. We're going back to my mid block. And we're going to play as we played. And hopefully we've solved the problem. However, if they play through the middle, no, they're playing wing style, so the standard line is the right thing to do. So I don't know how many people have made it back, but hopefully there are going to be a few make it back. Unfortunately, I'm sorry guys, my internet went down. And there's nothing I can do. My internet's gone down twice in the stream. First time wasn't so bad. The second time was pretty bad. But all morning I've been trying to get it to work. Let's think about... I forgot what I was going to think about. Oh, I was going to rest them because we have got some time off. Stop it. I hate having to do this all the time. So we've got... It's almost a week off, isn't it? Yeah, so let's give them another 3 days rest. Why not? And then hopefully we'll get some of that. Well, let's make it 2 days. Rest for 2 days. And hopefully we'll get back some of this energy we're lacking. So, sorry boys, I really do apologise. I have no idea what happened there. Out of my control. Of course, you're not going to be able to lone leaf Davis. Are you out of your mind? What, are you crazy? My best player? They are not very good. Through balls is an issue. Good teamwork and work rate. They work hard and they're a good team. They're close buddies. But in terms of technical ability, they're absolutely shocking. So, not very good team. We should be beating them. We are away, though. But we're going to play positive. Even though we're away, they're not anywhere near as good as we are. So we'll play positive. What's that got to do with me? Nothing. And that's just telling me about the final. I think I got knocked out in the third round. think that was the game against Arsenal, wasn't it? Aston Villa knocked us out in the cup, third round. 2 tough draws there, Aston Villa and Arsenal. So if we can win this one, we'll be back on track. And maybe the switch has been switched off. I do think it's to do with fatigue. It's the game clumsily doing fatigue, but it always happens in January, February, and at the end of the season. Yeah, the FA Cup, I'm sorry, got nothing to do with me anymore. So why are you showing me the results? I don't want to know. I'm going to do defending corners, because that worries me. We're not defending corners very well at the moment. Morrissey, Humphries, Sarmiento and Ling. Wants some switched round, does he? Sarmiento and Ling. We'll go along with that. There are 2 good players. Not switching them around. I like it my way. So actually only 9 came back. That's quite sad. Can you actually hear me, Vangelis? Can you see everything? Or am I just... I've got 2 chat boxes now. This is absolutely mad. Hi, Power. Good to see you. Craig is here. Tales of the Tape is here. Vangelis isn't here. I've been talking to the wrong chat box. I don't know what's going on this morning. But hi, guys. Power Dragon, nice to have you here from Andorra. I'm sorry about the internet problems. But now what's happened is I had 2 chat boxes. I didn't see the other one. And that was the one that was functioning. If anybody can hear or see me, can you let me know? Is everything working now? Or is it just or is it not working? In which case I'll just stop the stream for today. Are you getting any pictures? Can you hear me? Or should I just stop the stream? Oh, I hate the internet. A-, that's not bad. A+ from the supporters. But we have been on an exceptional run. I feel like nobody can hear or see me. Am I right in that assumption? Power Dragon, Craig. Tales of the Tape. Tales of the Tape can hear me, so it is kind of back. I think I might, if the internet drops again, then what I might do is just pack it in for today. When you're battling against the internet, it's quite tough. When you're battling against the game, it's hard enough. When you're battling against the internet as well, it's a nightmare. So I just want to check. So yes, my OBS looks good. The stream looks good. No, it's just very, very cold. Not raining, just very, very cold. And it's a bit of a shame that happened, because there were a lot of people in before it actually happened, and they haven't come back. Frustrating, probably, for them, and they decided, nah, we're not doing this. I agree, let's start balanced. Focus play down the right. I wonder why he wants to do that. Sarmiento is a good player. Maybe that's why he wants to do that. We'll start in the mid-block. We're going to play mid-wing play. We don't want to allow them space behind. Hopefully we've got enough to be winning this. Again, I don't want to lose this game. He's not putting many instructions on. He doesn't rate this team in terms of chance creation. And to be fair, neither do I. So I wonder if they're going to go more direct. We shall see. We'll go to the game and hopefully get another victory here. We shall see. We should be playing with a standard line or even a lower line when they're playing wing play. One of the things that I know about this team is my defense is not good. And they need time when they receive the ball. Hi YD, it's going good. How are you doing as well? Hope it's good for you. So we're going to have to see where any danger's coming from. They're passing, yeah, passing is average. What's that about? He gave a free kick away there, did he? Oh no, it was offside. So we'll just keep an eye on their passing, keep an eye on their momentum. They're targeting the left-hand side at the moment because we have our attacking... No, the left-hand side is not our attacking wing-back. So that's quite interesting, their focus there. We're going up the middle, which is okay. Leif Davis is on the left. I might at some point... Music, haven't seen you for a very long time. How are you doing, my friend? Good to see you. And neither team has... Oh, one chance. Plymouth have just created a chance. We have created nothing again, which is what's happening at the moment. I don't know where that 4-1 win came from. I have no idea where that 4-1 win came from. But nothing, absolutely nothing. 24 minutes has gone by. This team needs berating. Absolutely nothing against a team once again bottom of the league. This is mind-blowing. We've beaten every team in the top half of the table. We're playing the bottom half of the team's table now, and we can't beat them. And if it's this fatigue nonsense, it's becoming a little bit silly. I've just rested them for 5 days in the last 2 weeks. Maybe 2 days this week wasn't enough. 3 days they went and hammered somebody 4-1. Maybe 2 days isn't enough. Oh, what's some more seeds? Sarmiento! Get in! The first chance we've created. Status of what, Craig? I think, you mean the internet? According to my internet, it says excellent condition. But I often don't believe that. Is it that status? Get in. Finally, we might be... Look, we've only created one opportunity. This is not good enough. Yes, I did, didn't I, Vangelis? I absolutely tore them down a strip. Yeah, they're all like, what is this? He's now gone to... No, they've all calmed down a little bit now. Maybe I need to berate them more often. But we started creating chances now, not good ones. But we've started to create a few now. But you're right, I did berate them before they scored. And now suddenly we're creating chances, but so are Plymouth. And Plymouth's shots on target ratio is better. Oh, get in! It's 2-0. And there's nothing like a good taking off to get the best out of there. Get the best out of your team. 2 very good goals, to be fair. What a screamer from chat. Basically, that is a very good question, and I will try and answer that. As soon as the game is over, I'll show you what I do. I think the video I did on how to create the unstoppable tactic, I go through that there. I think I do. Why we play narrow. I think we need to show everyone their recent praise is justified. Nah, it's important to stay focused. Let's berate them again. They're not tired now, which is really interesting. Which, it's so weird. He has changed his mind on a couple of players. They're not really bothering me though, so I don't really want to do anything about them. So come on, stay focused. Get these 3 points for me. At least we'll look like a football team again. Those 2 games we played were just FM. Was just FM stuff. Yeah, Rooney out. I don't know, is he the manager? I don't look at who's managing the teams. I should do. Is he still the manager? Let's click on Plymouth. We can't do it. Get in. What a couple of goals that was out of nowhere. Everything was looking terrible. But now we're looking very, very good. Cool, that's a weird pass, but it's still in play. Come on. It's gone out for a goal kick. No, it's gone out for a corner. So we are back. Come on, boys. Come on, let's get the 3rd. You can do this. You've got this. And look, they are not tired at all. If I can rest them, they're not showing any signs of tiredness now. But we're going to go back into another phase where they're going to be playing every 3 days. So it's hard to rest them then. But when I've rested them 5 days in the last 2 weeks, they look absolutely full of life. And I think that's what FM does. It's fatigue. Strange how it doesn't affect the other teams, though. The opposition we play are never fatigued. And even if they are, it doesn't seem to make any difference. They still run around like hell at the end of the game. Let's have a look at the opposition. Have they changed their focus? They have, haven't they? That's sneaky. They've changed their focus to down the middle. That's really sneaky. That is sneaky. So we're going to push higher up. We need to counteract that. We've got to stop that happening. It was disallowed, but that was very sneaky of them. They've just started to change their focus to down the middle. 47% now down the middle. Sneaky. Gotta love that. And hopefully pushing the line up will prevent them doing that. And then we may have to bring the line back later when they change back. Chaplin is tired. He's complacent. Oh, he's come off the bench. He's complacent. We have none of that. Humphreys probably needs a rest. Let's swap those 2 over. Sarmiento probably needs a rest. Caden Jackson can come on there. I'm a bit concerned about Leif Davis. Brandon Williams can come on. They can, but it's... I'm at the moment trying to work out how they do this. And I think that they have 2 options. And what we saw... This AI is not as sophisticated as people would like it to be, shall we say. And they have limited options. So what I saw then was what happened is that before the game, we knew they were going to play wing play. So And most of the time they've focused up the flanks. What happened was they started playing more down the middle, and we saw that offside goal. They were playing more down the middle, and it was a little bit more like we weren't going to try and play through balls here. And so they've changed their focus from the wings to mainly down the middle now. So by pushing the line up, we can stop them going down the middle. But if they go back to trying to find space down the wings, then we're going to have to lower the line again. That was quite sneaky, but we did spot it. I always tell people, like, watch the game as a manager. It is now 3-0. Get in. Watch the game as a manager, not a spectator. Although I'm sitting high up in the stand here, they should be on the touchline. Just watch what the opposition are doing. And too many people I watch streaming are not even looking at the game. It should, for them, be called football spectator, not manager. So, like, just watch the game. And I saw when that goal with that disallowed goal, and immediately I said, that's sneaky. They've gone down the middle now. And the chart actually backed it up. Now, my worry now is that I know this team can switch from middle to wings. Are they going to start trying to go down the flanks? In which case, I'll be vulnerable behind. So then we'll have to lower my line to combat that. So I'm looking for them going outside now, which they are doing, to try and get behind my high line, which they've done. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower my line again until they stop doing it. So if you're changing your focus, yeah, I do, Marcus. Very much use marking. Anybody who's like causing me a problem, lots of key passes, good pass percentage with key passes, I'm going to mark them. Take them out of the game. But you can see how through the middle is starting to go down, which means they're going back down the flanks. So you've got to be very vigilant. And hopefully now they're going to stop messing about and just try and go down the flanks. And we'll realise that I'm on the case. And that if they go down the middle, I'm going to push the line up. And hopefully the AI will get fed up of messing about with the lines. We've won this comfortably now. Could give away a late goal from a set piece, but who cares? But we've defended that well as well. I've got a couple of changes I need to make because I forgot about that. Ling is very tired. He's got an injury by the look of it. So Wes Burns can come on. We'll swap him over for Jackson. We're not in either cup. We've lost in both the cups. We played Arsenal, got a 1-1 draw against Arsenal, lost on penalties in the Carabao Cup, and lost 2-1 away to Aston Villa. And that was my fault against Villa. I had the lines too high. My defensive line was too high. And we did well. We lost 2-1, but 2 through balls, 2 absolute lovely through balls did me. And that was because I had the lines too high. If I'd had a lower line, I'd have beaten Aston Villa. So that was my fault completely. Didn't see it. Man marking, Marcus, yes, definitely. I did answer that, didn't you? Hey, Jenk, how are you doing, my friend? I haven't seen you for a long time. Yeah, we're going to do this Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, Jenk. 12 o'clock. And so far, so good. We've had that blip at the beginning, but now we're back on track. And I don't know what that blip was about. I don't think we deserved it, to be fair. I'm going to put it down to the game saying fatigue. And also, I got to be a little bit gentler on my team. Because we've only lost one. But the draw next to it makes it look worse than it is. So I've got to start being a little bit gentler on my team. Bristol City now, a better team, so maybe we can start playing better. We don't have time to give them too much rest here, but we can give them a day. Ling will need to step out of the team for the next game. I think he got injured. This is, the season 24-25, Raphael. This is what season we are in. This is their first season with Ipswich. They're in the championship. It's their promotion season. And the idea is to get them promoted and then to look at the transfer window, what I would do in the transfer window, and then survival in the Premier League. How are we going to survive? It's kind of like a beginner's save. It's nothing more than once we've survived, we'll go and look at a different challenge. So we're in 23-24, their first season. So we're in season, we're in 24 now. What am I talking? It should be FM25 at the moment, but unfortunately it's not. They've messed up completely there. So I have rested the squad, haven't I? Let's keep going. This Bristol City next. We've reached the playoffs already, have we? We have qualified for the playoffs already in February. Oh no, it's just in March, not in February. They are delighted. I can't believe we've done that. I think winning the title should be easy from here. 19 points ahead. We were 23 points ahead at one point, but we haven't done particularly well. Pace, acceleration, dribbling, crossing. I'm going to guess they play wing play. Pace, acceleration, dribbling, crossing. Yeah, they're probably going to play wing play. The finishing isn't very good though, luckily. Very aggressive. They're slow starters. Don't make very good decisions. Strength is poor. Concentration's bad. They're probably about the same as us. In terms of team ability, probably about the same as us. I'm going to guess they play wing play. No, they play a vertical tiki-taka. Now that surprises me. So they've got inverted winger and inverted, so these guys are coming inside. Important when playing against a vertical tiki-taka that you force these boys outside, because they want to play in these spaces. Now I want them to play in these spaces out wide. We've got a wing back on this side as an attack. Well, he's a support wing back by the look of it, and a wing back. So we were actually looking at this. What we need to do, their wingers, their inverted wingers, force them outside, and then we need to focus our play down our flanks. Try and get behind their wing backs. Apart from that, I'm not going to alter anything. The mid-block standard line. If we're going to force them outside, we should have a standard line. If I'm not going to force them outside, then have a higher line. We'll see how that works out. But they're pretty much an equal team to me. You think FM25 will be a flop? I think that they've made a complete hash of it so far. I do worry about the quality of it when it comes out. Will it really be ready, or will they just put it out? But if it is ready, people are going to be intrigued by the new graphics, I think. And Wes Burns can come in for sure for Sariamento. And he is looking a little... Caden Jackson can come over there. No, I don't want to play in case he has a stinker. I've got no other forward. Hutchinson. And then Jackson. I want to give Ling a rest. He's very, very tired. So that's pretty useful. Hutchinson's probably better on the other side, yeah. But he's just the same. So we'll try that. Burns, can he play on the left-hand side? No, not really. Marcus Vinicius, do you adjust your play style depending? Absolutely. That's what this whole thing is about. And in both my saves, both live streams, it's what I'm doing. I'm adjusting my style of play according to what the opposition. Bristol City, as we just saw, are going to play vertical tiki-taka. And basically what they want to do is play within these areas. And you can see from the graphic, they're not going outside these areas. I want now to stop them playing like this and to move them wider. So I'm going to try and force their wingers into these spaces. It's not where they want to play. Similarly with the wing backs, I want them outside, not inside. So this guy, Pring, is going to want to come in here. I want to force him out this way. So that's what we're going to do. Also, I can see both our wing backs. They're going to leave space behind their wing backs. So we could take advantage of that. It does seem to have changed a little bit. But we're going to focus our play down the flanks to try and expose them out wide. I certainly don't want them playing in front of my penalty area. If I'm going to do that, I'm going to lift my line up. The moment I'm playing with a standard line, and that's because I want to force them outside where there's no space. But if I'm not going to do that, then I need to push my line up. And let's do it that way. Let's push the line up. And take a focus off there. We'll just focus down the left. So we'll do it that way and not stop them, not try to force them out here, but let them come inside. And with a higher line, if they're playing down the middle with a higher line, we should be able to deal by targeting their midfielders. We should be able to deal with them and stop them playing that way. Oh, drama, drama. We don't want any drama. So, we are home, so actually we should be playing positively. I know this is not going to be easy. Morrissey for Hump. No, we're not switching him over. You're daft, you are. He wants to play in a low block, and I can understand why he wants to play in a low block. And he's afraid, as much as I am, of the space in the middle. And what he's saying by playing a low block, he's saying close this space down. That's what he's saying. The only problem is that if I close that space down, the distance that I have to go to goal becomes it becomes longer. So it makes it harder for me to launch attacks. However, we are very good down the left. If I focus down the left, we should be able to exploit that. I understand exactly what he's saying. With this vertical tiki-taka, this is what we need to defend. This area here. So we need to be compact in there. I'll go along with the low block, what he suggested. And let's go out there, boys. Let's get another 3 points. They're all happy. The meeting of the tea and sandwiches has gone very well. Apart from El Missouri, who wants a drama. And yeah, it's important to use home advantage. I need to drum that into them. So the assistant probably is right with this low block. Because they're going to get a lot of bodies in this area of the pitch. That's at least the scout's assessment. The scout may, of course, be wrong. We also know they are slow starters. Let's go. Let's get 3 points here, boys. A vertical tiki-taka, this looks more like control possession. The vertical tiki-taka is an extreme form of control possession. But they looked very slow, very patient there. So maybe my scout has got this wrong. You just don't know. But it does look like they're going to play out from the back. Which is fine. We'll let them do that. We don't have the energy to be running around like headless chickens. So we can let them do that. They look, I mean, since those 2 games, starting with Millwall, we look better now. Penalty, ref, penalty. Come on, that was twice. I don't get them, but when that happens in my box, when it happens in my box, it's immediately a penalty. So there you go. Their focus, you can clearly see, is down the middle. And we need to have a high line and a low block in order to stop that happening. They're getting some stuff down the right-hand side, but we have an attacking wing-back down there, so it's not surprising. But at the moment, they're not dangerous, but neither are we. We're not dangerous because we have to go a long way to launch an attack. But that's okay. We'll still create chances. And it's about whether we can take one. Get in, Hutchison. And it really is about whether or not we'll get some chances. Can we take one? And we've taken one. Get in. That's all it is about. Defend your own goal and realise the limitations of what you've done. And that you might not get the goal, in which case later in the game you're going to have to go after that goal. We've created very little in 22 minutes. That's because the low block, in a low block it means we have further to go to get towards the goal. But what's really important is that we've stopped them playing down the middle. Now they've shifted. If you notice, as I did, they're playing a lot more outside down the wings now, and they can do that in a tiki-taka. And so I need to drop my line. I need to stop them going out on the wings. But only if they are good at it. And that didn't look very impressive to me. He's offside. You're offside, Hurst. Don't even bother. I can see the flag up here. Don't even bother celebrating your offside. Anyone could see that. So notice they're not going through the middle anymore. Their focus is down the flanks. So I need to stop them now going down the flanks. So we're going to go back and we're going to lower the standard line, reduce the space outside. And once and then they'll realise we can't go down the flanks either. And when that starts going back up the middle, then we'll raise the line again. Oh, come on, Buzz. That Jenks could have scored that. Come on. He was offside anyway, it doesn't count. So now our focus is stopping them going down the flanks. And you can see there's much more emphasis. We've managed to steal the momentum back as a result. And we just got to now, they have this ability to change. At vertical tiki-taka, they can change. Same as a tiki-taka, a standard tiki-taka. They can change from inside to outside. Their wing play isn't working at the moment, so I expect them to go back down the middle because their wing play isn't working. Go on, son. You were putting those away in the first half of the season. So that was a good job done. So that we noticed what they were doing. Come on. Keep going. You've got the ability. Good win against Bristol City will do us proud. He's doing a lot more now, isn't he? He's very tired, so I want to tight mark him. Get on to him. So I've now got to keep an eye on, are they coming out after half-time? Have they changed from wing play back to playing down the centre? And in their first attack, we should see where they're focusing. Because their wing play wasn't working and they could not get around the back of me when I lowered the line. So when they have an attack, we'll see where their focus is. But I'd like a second goal in the meantime, and nearly. Okay, so now where are they going to go? Oh, we're not going to see that. You've just about edged it, but it's been very cagey, very defensive. I need us to not lose at this point in time. And so I want to be cagey. I want to be defensively solid. At the moment, I'm still defending for the wing play, so our defence is deep. Oh! Thought that was going in as well. So I think I'm still defending, for wing play. And I'm not seeing any evidence that they're changing it back to playing up the middle. They've abandoned the vertical tiki-taka. And they're trying to outdo me on the flanks. But my standard line is holding. They're not producing anything that's dangerous. George Hurst is struggling. Not at all, Marcus. It is not contradicting. I mean, mentality has nothing to do with the lines. So what you're doing in a low block is this is focused on how you're defending. It doesn't mean that you're defending all the time. It's just where you are trying to defend. So in this situation, what I'm saying to my players is defend deep, get players behind the ball, but I want you to be attacking. So these are where you're going to defend, but from here, when you win the ball, I want you to be very positive about going forward. And what that means is that lots of players are going to go forward when we win the ball. When we lose the ball, if I'm in a positive mentality, it's harder for my players to get back into this low block shape. But it doesn't mean we're not going to attack because we're in a low block. It's just going to be harder for us to get back into shape if we lose the ball high up the pitch. And this happens quite a lot in the low block. If I want to prevent that happening, and I don't want to lose the ball up here and find it hard to get into defensive shape, then I just lower the mentality. So less players are going forward and they are more likely to just stick around for a second just to make sure that going up the field is the right thing to do, that we have enough cover. So mentality is about balance of risk. Higher up the field you are, the more numbers you've got up the field, the more vulnerable you are at the back. This is just simply how you defend. So the two are not really related. Misconception. And you can be attacking in a low block. The problem with a low block is that you've got further to go. If you're high up the pitch, the distance to goal when you win the ball is very short. When you win the ball just inside your own half, you have much further to travel to get a shooting opportunity. And that's why the number of opportunities are much lower. That's simply what it is. It's not, then two are not related in terms of mentality. I can just as easily go into a balanced or a cautious mode. It just means that less players are going to be going up the field. My opportunities are going to get even worse. So we're not going to create hardly any, but that's becoming very defensive to close out a game. Yeah, do you know, like when I first started this game, it was about 5 years before I started to realise how the thing even worked. I had no clue. I call it the 4-year probation. And it was just so hard. It's like, what is this about? Sam Morsi, Luongo. And Harry Clark. These two boys should not be very tired. Connor Chaplin, he's always tired. Humphreys is tired. George Hurst is tired. We can't take you all off. But you've done well, and I've trusted you. You've kept us in this game. And now is a time where I might think we're not very effective going forward. So it might actually be a good idea if I stop players bombing forward. So I'm just go back to a balanced point of view. And it means that less of them, when we counterattack, will bang up the pitch. So that I've got more bodies in positions where they can get back into the low block if we lose the ball up here. It's just simply how much risk am I willing to take? The lines I'm using are to stop the opposition, to force the opposition to play in a way that they don't want to. And when we raised the line, when Bristol City changed to going down the middle, we raised our line to stop them doing that. And when they went back to wing play, we lowered... What a strike! We lowered our line to stop them going down the wing. So in the end, they didn't know what to do because nothing was effective. And that was really the essence of this game this year. It's just learning to manipulate the lines, which is why I've brought out that series on called Learn Your Lines, which number 2 has just gone up, but just how to deal with control possession. It depends on your frame of mind, Marcus. There are times where I just, like, in the last game, I just did not want to lose. And so I would have been prepared to go cautious if necessary. Balanced was good enough. In this game, I started out and wanted to attack. But I felt halfway through the first half that we were a bit vulnerable. So I came back. Actually, no, I came back later to balance. So I played positively because I wanted us to attack them. We were home. But I also wanted to prevent them using the space in here because they were allegedly playing with the vertical tiki-taka. So that's really, this game is about management of lines. and not making silly mistakes like that Herbert who just did that. So we'll take a 2-0 win against Ipswich. Come on, referee. Have you lost your whistle? Well, come on. Come on. Come on. And so that was a good victory. We had to adjust our lines a couple of times. What a strike that was. I'm going to say that's very good. There's nothing wrong with that. A very good win. And so now we have gone 22 points ahead, but Norwich have a game in hand. I think that we pretty much won the title now. There's only about 10 games left. I wish it wouldn't do that. I wonder why it does that. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 games left. 22 points ahead. I think that's a done deal. Cardiff coming next 13th. What time is it? We'll play Cardiff and then we'll call it a day. We'll play against Cardiff. I need to rest them, I think, don't I? Cardiff is 4 days. Let's rest them for 2 days. Come on. Let's rest these boys for 2 days. And then they should be fit as fiddles again for the Cardiff match. Training doesn't matter at this point. Good evening, Swagoto. How are you doing? Where are you from, Swagoto? Indonesia, possibly? With the name Indonesian. Good to have you along. Hayden Hackney, I always sign him. He's such a good player for Championship. Oh, I always sign him. But we are going into the Prem, so he's not coming into the Prem with us. They are a better team than we are, just looking at this, but their passing isn't very good. Acceleration and pace are poor. But looking at this list, they are a better team than we are. Just underachieving. In fact, it's us that's overachieving. So on paper, they are a better team. They're good crossers. But their pace and acceleration is poor, and their passing is poor. How long understanding this game? I've been playing for 15 years, and I'd say with the last 3 years, I finally started to figure it out. So it took me probably 12 years to figure it out. It was in FM21 that I really started to learn how to do it. 22, I figured it out. And 23, I learned very quickly how to play 23. Norwich have drawn. That's interesting. So now Norwich are 21 points behind us. Leeds have totally fallen away. So we're 21 points ahead with 10 games to go. It must be a done deal. I still want to do defending corners. I can't do defending. We'll do defending free kicks. I'm not happy with the way that we're defending free kicks. Do you face a welcome Swagoto from England? Do you face a lot of injuries? Of course. Everybody in FM has injuries. The best way to not have injuries is to have a squad of 15 players. Then you're not going to get any injuries because FM has to allow you to have a team to put on the field. But yeah, everybody gets injuries. I've got a tiny squad really, and so injury-wise, we've got away with it this season. Morsi, Humphreys, Sarmiento, Linghurst. I think we'll go along with that, but I'm going to make one change. Chaplin needs a rest. So I'm going to bring in... Where is he? Harness. There he is. Because Chaplin needs a rest. Chaplin, though, can go on the bench. And he is allegedly going to be a very good player. Twanzarbi, yep, good idea. So we've got Brandon Williams is the only defender he's put on the bench. Oh, you gotta love it. So I still need a centre. Oh, we got Twanzarbi as a central defender. Jackson Luongo. He's put one central midfielder in there. Gotta love this. So he'll put Connor Chaplin. I've got enough wingers there, so Broadhead. So now I've got two covering in midfield. You got to watch this boy when he's setting up instructions. I know, but he needs a rest, and so I'm going to make that change. And here we go again. Let's have a look at... Oh, we know their team report, but how are they going to play Cardiff? Oh, Gegenpress. They're going to play high up the pitch, are they? This is interesting. Got a Segundo Volante there. He's going to need to be marked. Sipius. Are they good enough to play a Gegenpress at this stage of the season? That's almost as difficult to play against as a control possession. So I'm going to... I think we should lower our line because I don't want to be pressed too hard. So we're going to lower our line. And... Humphreys is a 2-star. I don't really want to engage with them at all, really. I focus our play down the left because they have an attacking wing back down there. But it's these two boys I need to take out with them. I think we can cope with the press because we don't play out from the back, and we should be just getting rid of it. There's none of this play out of defense. So I think we can cope with them with a standard line. But it's really tough because you really have to watch for their focus of play because they could play anywhere in the Gegenpress. But we'll see. And it might actually, I might have to come back into a low block because I might need to get bodies behind the ball. They're high up the pitch. What I want to do is bypass my midfield. I think, no, I mean, it's one way of doing it, but I don't have the players to be aggressive with them, and my players will be, like, out of energy within 30 minutes if I do that. It's a good idea, Spike, if you've got the team to do it. So I'm not going to change anything that we're doing. I need to conserve their energies. And I want the Volante on this side because I don't have... I want, where we're strong, Leif Davis crossing the ball across the box, which means I want the Volante in here. Why is he gone now? I've lost all his bloody instructions now, have I? I don't want Morsi there either. Stop it. I don't know now. I gave them all these instructions. Right, I got to do his bloody... The minute you do that, I hate messing about with the midfield. So you shoot less often. And I want him to tackle harder. Right. The halfback, he's probably been messed about as well, hasn't he? So I want him to mark tighter. So his job is to take out the volante. I don't want to have attacking volante against an attacking volante here. His job is to take out their volante when he moves into these spaces. His job is to get into space for the crosses that are going to come across. That's the idea. It's worked an absolute treat. The problem is if Leif Davis doesn't play well, then what happens is he becomes a waste of time moving into this space. So I am aware it has limitations. I've done it again. Stop it. This game is seriously flawed sometimes. And I lost the instructions again. You want him to dribble less and to tackle harder. Was there anything else? Shoot less often. Probably a good idea. Oh boy. I'm going to stop moving these because you lose him. You've got to do it that way. If you try to do it the other way, you can see the centre mids are in the way. It's like the game has its flaws. Okay, so my midfield is absolutely dreadful at the moment. So I need to bypass the midfield. So I'm going to focus down both flanks. But I don't want to be aggressive. We have absolutely no energy, whereas the opposition seem to be coping with life perfectly well. Oh, he's fit again, is he? Too late, though. And I have rested a couple of boys this week. Yeah, balanced is probably better. We are going to focus. Yeah, see, again, he wants to play with a lower line of engagement. And I know why, and I'm going to do it. I know why he wants to do it. It's to compress that midfield space. Because we're poor here. And I agree with him. We're going to go in a low block. I'm going to play with a standard line just in case they try to get outside me. Confused about being left out of the team. That's the way it is sometimes, sunshine. You know, when you're the manager, you can do it to people. No. This is a match we should be winning. Make sure you do. But I have faith in you to do the job. Let's get out there. I'm going to check maybe their mood is okay, actually. Cardiff, again, we should be winning, but I wonder if they are good enough to play this gegenpress. We'll see when they get in our half of the pitch. At the moment, it's pretty much a stalemate, as I would expect. They are trying to use the flanks, but it's more right-hand side, I would say, than left. A game is being played on the left-hand side of the field. But it's cagey. Cagey. They're 60% down that flank. That, as long as I've got my line right, they're not going to be able to get behind. Nothing in terms of momentum. It's dead even. We've had 2 shots, but nothing. XG of 0.1. And we no, is it us or Cardiff? That's Cardiff, isn't it? And there's a crossing. There shouldn't be any problem to defend. What are you doing? Defending it. Scored an own goal. Crossing from there should not be any problem to defend. I should have let that go out as well. We're not playing very well at the back. But forced them back, and then they're going outside again. That's okay. So we've got them pretty much, when they're attacking, they're trying to go outside. Oh, another corner. And so they're not going to be that effective when they try to go outside. But from set pieces, what can I do? Every goal this episode that's been scored against me has been a set piece. FM can't do open play goals against me, so it just does set pieces. And that's interesting. I've been spent all week doing defending set pieces. Oh boy. But they are better than us at the moment. Siopis is a problem, but he's probably set pieces, isn't he, Siopis? No, he's not. He's not on set pieces. So, whoever he is, he needs to be type marked. Need to try and take him out of the game. I mean, we haven't been creative enough. I'm going to actually shout demand more. We're not creative enough, but in a low block, we're not going to be. And I might push the line up a little bit, because they haven't really bothered me. We'll do that just before half time. We'll just push the lines up a little bit, because they haven't bothered me really. We just haven't bothered them either. We do have a chance here. We're going to get an equaliser. Well, that's better. Come on, we haven't scored a goal from a set piece for about 400 years. We're not going to score one like that either. Good heavens. I've actually got a very good set piece coach. He's actually employed as a recruitment analyst, but his set piece coaching is brilliant. He's got like about 17 set piece coaching. Well, we just taken over a little bit. You get your act together, boys. It's absolutely shocking. You're just about getting away with it. You're not. You're not. You are having a right roasting. You've not been good enough, boys. And it was a defensive error from Wolfenden that's cost me. That you can't do anything about defensive errors. They have attributes like decision making, anticipation, composure. If they're not good enough, they will make mistakes. And you have to accept that. And when your defenses get better and those attributes get better, they make less mistakes. I've just got to somehow try and find a way back into this game. They really are not causing me any problems. We are the better team. But at the moment, I'm reluctant to push my line up any further. Instead, I'm going to go positive. Try and get a little bit more reaction out of them. And then take off Ling and Wolfenden. They've got to come off. Twanzebe can play. And Leif Davis isn't playing very well either, is he? So Brandon Williams can come on. That's the problem. If Leif Davis doesn't play well, everything you've set up is not going to work. And that is a big problem. and then Caden Jackson for Ling. So you have the ability to go out there and make an impact. We've got enough time for you to make an impact. I'm going to say you have the ability to make a real difference. Didn't seem to do anything to them. They're getting tired down the left-hand side. So I'm going to just focus down the left. They're getting tired down the right. I'm reluctant still yet to push the line up any further. We still can get back into this game. Be patient, manager. Oh, Hurst's normally bread and butter for you. That's part of the plan, and you're letting me down, boys. Okay, we do not want another defeat here. Jackson can come on for up there for Hurst. Harness can go out on the wing. And Chaplin can come in, despite being very, very tired. And I'm going to go attacking. And we're going to put Chaplin on attack. I want him to get into the box as well. And now that we've done that, I'm going to encourage them to hit balls into the box early. Let's try and get some balls into the box. We're getting bodies now into the box. Let's try and get some balls into the box as well. That's a lovely pass. Go on, Harness. You're in. Lovely. Lovely. Sure, that should have been in. That should have been a goal. It was brilliant build-up play. Brilliant. But I'm afraid up front we are shocking. Alright, have I got any more subs left to make? Don't think so. One more. Has to be a midfielder. Goalkeeper hasn't played well either. Sometimes it happens. Caden Jackson is now playing badly. Humphreys, the midfield is playing well. So let's bring Donasian on. And the last thing I'm going to do, the last gamble, we're going to go higher up the pitch. Have I got enough in the tank to press them? The last thing we're going to do for 15 minutes. I didn't want to do it to you boys, but you've got to work harder because you're a goal behind. We're also vulnerable at the back now. Very vulnerable, but they've produced nothing really. It's been all Ipswich again. Oh, we got an injury now. Oh no, Cardiff got the injury. Makes a change. Go on, son. Oh, it's just not going to be our day. It's just not going to be our day unless we can get a late goal. We deserve it. We've been the better team. Do I need to praise and criticise all the players? And depends on what type of manager you are. Basically, Marcus. I always tend to drop some praise of some kind during the week. But sometimes players don't take kindly to just praising them. They have perhaps higher expectations of themselves. Hit the bar now. It's not going to be our day. So, like, often you'll praise someone and you'll get upset by it when you praise his recent form. And you think he's been playing well, but he doesn't himself think that he's met his own standards. And that's something that sometimes happens. It's really up to you. If you're getting results, morale will be fine. If you're not getting results, praise as much as you can. Just keep morale going. We've been robbed here, pretty much robbed. But if you don't play well, then you don't play well. And I think we've set this up perfectly. And we've gone through the lines and nothing has worked. So it's just one of those days where we've played badly. And maybe I need to rest them for 5 days again at some point. Jackson's through. Will he get it this time? No. It's not going to be our day. I think, as you can see, we've set it up perfectly. And everybody up front has wasted the opportunities they've had. I know we've had 4 good opportunities from inside the 6-yard box. If you can't put them away, then you're not going to win the game. Another chance goes wide. It's not our day. And look at the momentum. It's been all Ipswich. We've shut them down pretty much. They had 1 opportunity from a set piece and they won the game. So that's the way it goes sometimes. Not much I can do about that. But I'm going to tell them I'm not happy. Really not happy. And there's, like, you can see it, the forwards, the first forward came off with a 6.2. The second forward ended with a 6.3. If they're wasteful, there's nothing I can do. But we're still 20 points ahead. It's just coming to the end of the season. They can't keep it up. And it's not that we're worse than Cardiff. We're better than Cardiff. And now, can we give them... Look at this. Stop. This is glitching. So they do have a week off. So the only thing I can do now is give them another rest. So let's give them a rest for 3 days. Because they do have a week off now. The rest of the squad can keep training. But again, we've played all the big teams and beaten them. Now we are losing to these teams at the bottom of the league. Blackburn are at the top. Southampton are at the top. So it turns after Sheffield Wednesday. I'm going to call it a day now, guys. We've been going for about 3 hours. So I just want to say thanks for coming. Sorry about the internet problems. And yeah, Me Too music. I thought we had definitely done enough for a draw. So I'll be back with this stream on Friday. Tomorrow will be... Oh, tomorrow is a good one in the evening. We are going to be fighting for 3 trophies in tomorrow night's episode. First... if I win 3 trophies, it will be the first time I've ever done that in a single session. I've done 2 in a single session, never 3. It's a big, big night tomorrow. They want me to wear a suit, but I'm not going to. And so, thanks for coming, guys. I've had a great time. Well, not the results that I wanted, but we're still miles clear, and we're going to win the league. And so we'll see you on Friday. Is it Friday? Yeah. No. Yes. Friday. Have a great day, what's left of it. And stay safe. Take care. And we'll see you next time.